been 13 years, way too long. It was about time. I couldn't live like this one more second. All the nights of studying endlessly, not sleeping a wink because I was worried of the calculus exam the next day, being over dramatic about every single little thing because I was so freaking stressed. I like to use this analogy. Imagine doing sit-ups. No, push-ups. You've done however many you can, and you're still pushing yourself. Your trainer is pushing you. You are just finishing, and you can no longer take it. You are barely finishing them. You are dying inside, but you must continue to get that diploma. And so you barely struggle on, just holding it by the little hair, and then the day finally comes. The day we've all been waiting for since the first day of grade 12. Because most of us, when we entered grade 12, we were already done. We were ready to graduate. Graduation is a big deal. In my school, we buy dresses, we get our hair done, our nails, you know, we try and feel pretty for one day. Well, in my case, you know, with the god of graduation on my side, and everything going just a-okay and fantastic, I got sick. Why, you may ask? It's probably because of all the stress on my shoulders, having to finish 2 calculus exams, 2 social diplomas, 2 English diplomas, and a chemistry diploma. As you can tell, I've had a great month. So me dragging my sick tush around, finishing all my exams, and then getting ready to graduate was something. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't really understand the whole entire fuss about graduation. I understand our school doesn't do prom, so they have to make us spend money on a dress for some event. Excuse me, we don't have time for this today. Sitting in a room for 4 hours, being uncomfortably warm, waiting to get your diploma is somewhat unnecessary. So nevertheless, of course, me being the hypocrite I am, I had to follow along in suit. So let me recall all the events. We bought my dress, I want to say October, and my purpose was to find a dress that wasn't expensive, that was simple, that there was at least some possibility of me wearing it again to maybe a fancy event. So I picked a very nice navy blue number. In the end, I didn't think it looked bad. And I paired the dress with some really simple nude heels that I can virtually wear anywhere, even to Walmart if I so please. So most girls, they were frantic about finding their hairdresser, someone to do their nails, and someone to do their makeup. Well, I did everything myself because I don't want to waste money. I am a cheap gal. I don't need that. So, me being the beauty guru I am, I did my makeup all by myself because you know what? Yes. Next, I'm going to go in with some blush that I found randomly. I'm going to be using 2 palettes. Both are from the drugstore and both are fantastic. For starters, this Salou Paris Essence palette. And then this Rimmel London Magnifying Eyes Spice Edition. And here are the colors for that. Lastly, I'm going in with this palette. Next, what we have to do is mascara. Onto hair. And I also did my hair by myself, and I just chose to do something super simple, curling it and just braiding 1/2 of my hair to the side. So in the end, I did think I looked pretty good considering I did everything by myself. That was done. It only took me about 3 hours, and I was off to the graduation ceremony. So I had to be there 2 hours earlier than anyone else because we had to take the pictures, we had to be extra. The ceremony begins. The first half, you are sitting in your gown. The ceremony starts, and my sister starts recording because we want at least some footage for my video. And guess what happened? The space in my camera was non-existent. My mom basically filmed some grainy footage on her cell phone, which I will insert eventually. But I will just give you a quick recap so you know what happened. We began with the MCs being extra. We had guest speakers, all the fun jazz, and then came the awards. So the awards you apply for, these are scholarships to clarify, and I've applied to quite a few of them. The gods of graduation were on my side for some of the celebration. I was fortunate enough to be given 3 scholarships. One that is particularly a STEM scholarship, another that was business, but nobody else applied for it, so I did. And guess who walked away with $500 and who is not going into business? This gal. And then I got half of another scholarship because the lady who founded the scholarship couldn't decide between me and another person. But you know, I'm not complaining because still half of that scholarship was pretty good. So I walked away with a good chunk of scholarship money, which is great for me because I don't want to pay for my tuition. Then they announced that it is the diploma giving part of the ceremony. But here is the thing. They don't give us our diploma during the ceremony because we recently just finished our diploma exams, and the province of Alberta doesn't have enough time to mark all of them in 2 days. Basically, they give us a certificate of finishing the particular high school we are in, and then halfway through July, when all of the exams are finished and we know our marks, they sent us the slip of paper that says, "Congratulations, you finished high school," officially. When you walk down, they tell everything you aspire to be, and of course, me being the extra woman I am, mine was a little bit long.
Polina, daughter of Irene and Victor. Polina plans to graduate from the University of Alberta with a Bachelor of Science in Environmental Engineering and begin working in the environmental engineering field. Eventually, she wants to work with the Government of Canada on environmental issues.
So after we were done, it was intermission. We got a feast on some cookies and donuts, which was probably the best part of the ceremony. After we got changed into, well, we didn't change, we took off the blue gown, and we were in our expensive attire. And I'm trying to recall what we did for the rest of the ceremony, but for some odd reason I can't remember. For the other half, we watched the video of the baby pictures and, you know, us being adorable and inspirations or something. And then we had tons and tons of speeches. I recall that was everything. That was the end of the graduation ceremony that concluded my high school life. Could I be any happier? No. Okay, don't get me wrong, I love learning, and it is so vital for you to get your diploma and finish high school, and everyone should have that basic knowledge that high school gives. I preach that it is important. I just also preach that it is not so fun and stressful. Not that it's not fun, I love learning. I just don't like everything else about high school. Guess what? That's not over because I've got 4 or 5 years left of university, which is going to be even more stressful, and I am preparing myself right now for the worst so that when I go to university, I cry a little bit less. Yes, the ceremony was better than I thought it would be. I am tired right now, so I can't really recall everything or recall my emotions or really want to show any emotions. And honestly, it still hasn't hit me that I finished high school. I still go to bed. I go into autopilot mode. I start thinking about my study plan, and I begin thinking, okay, well, I'll study for chemistry because of a diploma next week. And then I continue thinking about that. And then it just hits me that you finished that. I still can't get out of the cycle and loop I was in. And I'm stuck in it for a while, and then I'll be stuck in a whole entire new loop when I begin university. Well, this was a pretty long, weird video. Sorry for being MIA for so long. I was kind of busy not trying to cry during school. Yeah, I guess I'll be posting more videos. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!